back to Knole Academy. Ladies and gents, what we're going to be talking about today is simple equations. Simple equations. We're trying to get a value for something that we don't know. An x, an a, a y. We're trying to get a value for a variable. Why do we need to do this? It is not just about maths teachers and really clever people at university, whatever, doing their research and doing loads and loads of equations. This might be applicable to you in life when you're earning lots of money in the future and you're having to fill in your tax forms. You need to be able to do a little bit of basic algebra to solve simple equations, to work with simple equations. If you're going to go into things like the construction industry and building, you need to be able to work with equations. There's all sorts of different things in life that you're going to need some basic knowledge of working with equations. Numbers. So we're just going through some quick definitions here, just so that you're used to the terms. Numbers. Not just 2, 3, 4, but we could have 40, 501. That's what numbers are. You should all be used to that. Variables. That's what I've mentioned already. X, Y, A, B, C. Things that are variables in the equation. We're trying to find their value when we work out our equations. Term. That could be a mixture of variables and numbers. So we could have 2x. We could have 3a. 4y. We could have ax. Mixture of numbers and variables. So that's a term. An expression. So that could be something like 2x plus 3. 3y minus 2. They're expressions. The difference then comes if you go into equations, which is more likely to be something like 2x plus 3 equals 5. That is now an equation. The difference being you've got that equal sign there. We are aiming to find out the value of our variable. So the value of x, the value of a, the value of c, whatever is included in our equation, we're trying to work out the value. Area of a rectangle. 4 centimetres by 2 centimetres. What's the area of a rectangle? It's base times height. So it's going to be 4 times 2, which is going to give you 8 centimetres. If you have a rectangle, you've got one side that's 4 centimetres and the other side's x centimetres. 4 lots of x. 4x is going to be the value of the area. You've got a rectangle with sides x centimetres by y centimetres. The area of the rectangle is going to be x times y. The two variables written next to each other shows you that that is x times the y. That's going to be the area of the rectangle. Simple use of algebra. Simple equation. X equals 2. We've got a variable x and we've got its value 2. That allows us to then work further. 2 lots of x, 2x, 2 times x, 2 lots of x equals 4. Does 12 lots of x equal 12 times x, 12x? 12 times 2 gives us a value of 24. We're using equations. Simple, very, very simple example of how we should solve an equation. Now you can probably look at those numbers here, we want to get rid of this 1 to get that x on its own. That's what we're trying to do with the equation, to find the value of the variable. We're trying to get the variable, the x in this case, on its own. So the left-hand side, we want to take away 1. And that just leaves us with x. 1, take away 1, gets rid of that number, and it just leaves us with x on the left-hand side. I said to you, we've got to do the same thing to the left-hand side as we do to the right-hand side. So we must put a -1 there. 3, take away 1, leaves us with log what? It leaves us with 2. Remember we said that value of x is going to come out 2 just by looking at the numbers in the first place. By balancing the equation, doing the same thing to the left-hand side as we did to the right-hand side, we've got a value of x equals 2. Simple example. Another simple example. We want to get this x on its own. What's the first thing we're going to do? We want to get rid of this number. We're trying to get the x on its own on the left-hand side. What we do is get rid of that -2, we add 2. We add 2 to the left-hand side, we must add 2 to the right-hand side. So we've now got the situation that our 2x is on its own on the left-hand side, and it equals 12. 2 lots of x equals 12. What do we do to both sides to get a value of x? Well, we want to get rid of this 2. So we divide both sides by 2. Divide the left-hand side by 2. Divide the right-hand side by 2. That means we've now got the x on its own. 12 divided by 2 gives us a value of 6 for x. Does that work? We substitute the value of x equals 6 into this equation here. 2 lots of 6 is 12. Take away 2. Does it equal 10? Yes, it does. So that value of x does work. We put it back into the original equation. Simple example. X divided into 6 parts equals 3. So what does x equal? I want to get rid of this 6 below the x to get the x on its own. So, the times, multiply both sides by 6. That allows us to cancel the 6 from top and bottom. That leaves the x on its own. We've got to multiply the other side by 6. We've got to do the same thing to the left-hand side and to the right-hand side. 3 lots of 6, 3 multiplied by 6 gives us 18. Original equation, 18 divided by 6, yes, it will equal 3. 4 lots of x equals 28. We want to get the x on its own. Yeah, again. This time we want to get rid of that 4, so we divide left-hand side by 4. That leaves us with x. Must do the same thing to the right-hand side. 28 divided by 4 gives us a value of 7 for x. Those examples that we've just gone through, examples of simple equations, you should be familiar with those. They're effectively is left on the left hand side, and that now equals 75. Divide both sides by 5. Which now means we've got a value of x equals 75 divided by 5, 15. Okay, gone through that fairly quickly. You can review that if you feel you need to. Last example I'm going to do in this sort of batch, add 5 to both sides. So now 3x equals 22. Slightly different here. No one has said we've got to have a whole number value for x. We divide both sides by 3. X equals 22 divided by 3, top heavy fraction, 7 and 1/3. That's a mixed number. No one has said we've got to have a whole number value for x or a variable. Now we will go on to the next level. Okay. Now we've got the case where we've got the variable, we've got the x on both sides. So we've got to do a little bit more work now to solve this. We're trying to get x on its own. That's what we're aiming for. X equals something at the end of the process. So this time, let's start that process off by saying, well, we're going to take away 3x on both sides. What does that give us? Left hand side, it means we've got 2x plus 4. On the right hand side, we're just left with 10. That's taken us back to the situation that we had with the simple equations. Now we should be able to solve that. We've got that extra step that's gone in there. Subtract 4 from both sides. Subtract 4, that leaves our 2x on the left hand side on its own. It leaves us with 6 on the right hand side. Divide both sides by 2. X equals 3, return value. Next step up. So we're starting to get into level 4 now, as far as your GCSEs are concerned. I'll do another example for you. Let's start that process again. No one said we must have all the x's on the left hand side. So let's try and keep things simple for ourselves here. Let's subtract 2x from both sides. Subtract 2x from the left hand side, subtract 2x from the right hand side. And now 3 equals 4x minus 13. Still trying to get that x on its own. So let's add 13 to both sides. Add 13 to both sides. 16 equals 4x. Divide both sides by 4, and we get a value of x equals 4. Okay, so that's our next level across. The last thing I'm just going to run through quickly with you is a wording type of problem. So this one here, and you'll see that I've put up there, this is level 5, so we're starting to get on to people that you're hoping that you're going to achieve a level 4, level 5 at least on your GCSEs. This is a revision day, it's a revision topic. Leo says I'm thinking of a number, I multiply that number by 3 and I subtract 2. Megan says I'm thinking of a number, I multiply it by 2 and then I add 5. Question goes on to say to us, Leo and Megan find that they've both thought the same number, they've both got the same final answer. What number do they think of? Right, a variable, an unknown. So let's call that variable, surprise, surprise, x. So that's what we're trying to find. So with Leo says he takes his unknown, his variable, and he multiplies it by 3, 3x, and then he subtracts 2. it says, bear in mind, she's thought of the same number, they found that they thought of the same number, so it's x again. She's thinking of a number, she multiplies it by 2 and adds 5. So 2 lots of x plus 5. But they're equal to each other. Okay, they're equal to each other. So that allows us to then work through this problem. Subtract 2x from both sides. So x minus 2 equals 5. X minus 2 equals 5. Add 2 to both sides. Gives us the value of x equals 7. Okay. So we've got the number 7. Just a couple of things for you to think about here. People who have been taught by me or have been used to playing this game, sometimes at the end of the lesson when we've finished our work. Catchphrase, big bats. What well-known phrase or expression is brought to mind when you see that? The word often written 3 times, and I've got the word not written once. I'm not going to give you the answer to that until the end of the video. What well-known expression or phrase is brought to mind by looking at those words? Give you another one to think about. That representation there, those letters there, what well-known phrase or expression is brought to mind if you look at those letters there. Now, if you want to think about that, turn the video off, turn the presentation off, then you can turn it on again in a minute and I'll give you the answers. So cut. Now we're back with it. Written the word often 3 times and the word not once. Well-known phrase or expression is more often than not. Simple. Looking at those letters there, well-known phrase or expression, what's brought to mind? Read it back the other way. Well-known phrase or expression that's brought to mind. Welcome back. It's written backwards. Welcome back. Okay? Just a little something for you. Right, the exercises that you've got today. This is a revision day. It should be information that you've had before, knowledge that you've had access to before in the school. It's just a revision. The work that I've put on for you on set and learning, which your teachers can have access to and monitor as to how you're getting on with it, what progress you're making. It goes through, each of the exercises goes through the 3 different levels that I've gone through in the presentation. So simple equations with the variable on one side, equations with the variable on 2 sides, and then some simple wording questions. When you have a look at the additional worksheets that have been provided with answers that I've constructed for you, they go through from simple examples through to another worksheet with variables both sides and onto a worksheet with worded questions. So you can do as much as you can in your hour or so that you're going to be spending on maths today. If you've got any queries or questions, please send them through to your teachers and they will help you. They are available to you to help you. If you've got anything that you want to speak to me about in regards to the presentations, feel free. This week, I've said this a couple of times, this week is, and I'll put it on the show my homework, this week is about reviewing and a bit of revision across the whole of year 10. Next week it's likely to get more specific and it's likely to be tailored towards the higher and the high school sort of levels. So bear with it this week. It's a bit of revision for you. Try and get as much done as you